That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
It's crazy, the feature came about, I was just in the Bahamas. Shit was mad random. Diddy was in the Bahamas working on the album. I went over to where they were staying. They had a setup there in the studio.
You miss me though, for real, because it seems like a thing.
I miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you blow it out. Your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs.
You heard what he just said, right?
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? What was your wish?
I like vibes.
So, 50 Cent just called out Fabolous, alleging that Fab had been Diddy's sidekick for years. It sounds extreme, but stay with me. You probably remember that awkward Drink Champs interview where Diddy kept pressing Fab to party with him, and Fab looked visibly uncomfortable. At the time, most people saw Fab as the unwilling participant. But here's where it gets interesting. Fab actually continued to hang out with Diddy after that interview. They were spotted vacationing, collaborating on music, and spending a lot of time together. This continued right up until Cassie's lawsuit and the growing list of accusations against Diddy began to surface just months before Cassie filed her suit. Fab appeared in a video with Diddy and the City Girls for the track Act Bad. In that clip, Diddy was essentially teasing what allegedly happens at his infamous private gatherings. Since the allegations came to light, Fabolous has been distancing himself and acting like he had no connection to Diddy's controversies. But 50 Cent isn't letting that slide. He was actually one of the first people to publicly question Diddy's behavior during that Drink Champs episode. At the time, many dismissed 50 as just being a hater, but now his comments seem far more credible. Unsurprisingly, 50 is taking the opportunity to say, "I told you so." But things don't stop there. Beyond poking fun at Fab on Instagram, insiders close to 50 claim he's planning to include even more revelations about Fab and Diddy's relationship in his upcoming documentary about Diddy. And since this is 50 we're talking about, it's safe to say he won't hold back. So what's really going on with these rumors about Fab being Diddy's so-called sidekick? And how is Fab reacting to 50's trolling? Let's break it all down. So this week, 50 Cent reignited the conversation by throwing shade at Fabolous, resurfacing that well-known Drink Champs interview that Fab probably hoped was forgotten. 50 posted a clip of the interview on Instagram and called out Fab along with other rappers for tolerating Diddy's questionable behavior over the years. In his caption, 50 wrote, "See how they all acted like it was normal just because they idolized Diddy. I called him out and got labeled a hater. Sim." Some fans in the comments were quick to support Fabolous, pointing out that he seemed clearly uncomfortable and that his body language said it all. Still, the facts remain. Fab continued hanging out with Diddy after that interview, which makes it hard to believe he was entirely unwilling. For context, back in 2017, Diddy unexpectedly dropped in on a Drink Champs episode featuring Fabolous and Jadakiss. During the interview, Fab mentioned spending his birthday with his kids, and out of nowhere, Diddy asked if he missed celebrating with him instead.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? What was your wish for this year?
My
Health,
birthday was cool.
wealth,
Yeah.
knowledge yourself. Why
I
stop
like-
that over your king, brother?
I like vibes. You know what I mean? I like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I spent some of the time with my kids. I went out, grabbed a bag. And I spent some more time with my kids. And, you know what I mean? I felt like I was a milestone age. I'm gonna have a party, and we had parties, but I was more like just trying to just vibe, like just see where look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party.
Puff, man.
During the interview, Diddy kept pressing Fab to explain why they never partied together, and it was clear that Fab felt uneasy. He mostly avoided eye contact with Diddy and kept his focus on his plate for the rest of the segment.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
And during that same interview, Diddy repeatedly called Nopere Daddy and even had him blow out the birthday candles. While Nopere went along with it, he noticeably leaned to the side when blowing them out, suggesting he wasn't entirely comfortable either.
Bag at Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my
Chance with you. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh, it's right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping
here.
for
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I'll be practicing. I got
Yeah,
notes
there you
and
go.
shit.
You got your notes?
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a
that
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your
No, no.
birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink
Okay.
Champs, goddammit. I'm in. Okay. No, we ain't fucking with that. I got notes now. I'm trying to get my life together.
It's wild how many men stayed silent about Diddy's behavior for years. Yet now, those same people question why Cassie remained with him. It raises the question of how many may have been quietly involved in Diddy's alleged private events. Anyway, back to Fabolous. After that Drink Champs episode where he looked visibly uneasy, you'd assume he would keep his distance from Diddy and his social events. But that wasn't the case. Fab continued showing up at Diddy's parties. In November 2021. Fab even posted on Instagram about attending one of Diddy's events, saying it got so intense that he had to quietly leave by pretending to go to the bathroom. In his IG stories, he wrote, "I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and dipped. It was 7 o'clock a.m. and he was still going strong. Mariah Carey was reportedly there too." In a follow-up story, Fab mentioned telling her he had to move his car to avoid it getting towed. They had been recording music earlier that evening, and although the session had wrapped, Diddy wanted to keep the night going with wine and stories. Fab added, "It was 6 o'clock a.m. and my verse had been done. We were just drinking wine and talking." Then he asked his followers, "You ever get talked into going to an after party when all you want is to go home or back to your room, but you don't want to be the one who ruins the vibe?" He followed up with another question. "You ever say you're going to the bathroom and just leave?" Despite all of this, Fab continued to attend Diddy's events. He even collaborated on Diddy's most recent album, Love Off the Grid. So clearly, whatever happened behind the scenes, Fab remained closely connected to Diddy for much longer than most people realize. To illustrate that, Fab was seen at a Diddy-hosted event in New York City on September 15th, 2003, just weeks before Cassie's lawsuit was made public. But here's where things get more troubling. Some sources claim Fab may have felt pressured to maintain that relationship with Diddy due to alleged compromising footage. While none of this is officially verified, there's speculation circulating that at one of those parties, Diddy might have spiked Fab's drink and that either Diddy or someone from his past staff may have taken advantage of him while filming the incident. What adds to the concern is the resurfacing of a past comment from Ray J, who once publicly threatened to send someone to assault Fab. Now, some fans believe he may have been referencing Diddy. For years, rumors have circulated that Ray J acted as a behind-the-scenes facilitator in the industry, doing favors for high-profile figures. And he's long been associated with Diddy. There's no shortage of footage showing him at Diddy's house or events.
Shout out to the gang that's outside. All right, don't forget where you come from. Yeah, love. That guy in the building. Hey, yo. This guy right here, one of the hip-hop entrepreneur, young legends. He's in my gang. He gets money. Yes, he does.
Yes, I'm inspired though. God is good.
Following Diddy's arrest, Ray J made an unusual remark on his new show, appearing to subtly distance himself from the entire situation.
You forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? That was funny, fam. Now what?
What's ironic is that Ray J is now criticizing others for making light of the Diddy situation, even though years ago, he was publicly threatening Fabolous alongside Drake. No less.to gives some context, Ray J and Fab have had a strained relationship for over 10 years. It all began after a video surfaced of Ray J performing at Floyd Mayweather's house during an HBO special.
Coming to you live, we got a serious concert that we got to attend to. Concert in my living room. You know, that's how we do. 24/7. Everybody, I want you to grab somebody's hand. If you're feeling lonely.
So after watching
Fabolous
the clip, Fab took to social media and poked fun at Floyd, who had referred to it as a concert in his living room. In reality, it was just Ray J singing and playing the piano. Fab tweeted, "No, but Floyd saying we having a concert in my living room," and the camera cuts to Ray J singing One Wish on the piano had me in tears. Things escalated when Ray J later called into the Breakfast Club and launched into a heated rant. He claimed he had already punched Fab at an after-party for making disrespectful comments about him and Floyd. Interestingly, during the rant, Ray J also mentioned Diddy, implying that Diddy had encouraged him to go after Fab.
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'm going to smack you up again, fool.
All right, so Ray J,
that's
let's
all
talk.
I'm saying. And Ray J got beat up. In the face, man.
You punched Fab in the face.
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that send a picture of his face right now.
I said, so you went up to him at the after party.
I'm with the
what
money
happened?
team right now. We all over here. I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside of Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a sucker.
Okay, now Ray J, let me ask you. So he didn't hit you back?
Look, check this out. No disrespect. Like, shout out to my big bro Diddy because he tried to really be like, look.
Tell me calm down, brother.
Up. I'm ready for this, man.
All right.
Straight up. Bitch ass.
Thank you, Ray.
Man, I
Appreciate
hate
you
to see
calling,
people
mama.
so mad like that. I don't want Ray J
You know
to
what
do
I'm
nothing
saying?
crazy.
This nigga wanna talk. I was with Puff last night and I said, Puff, he said, listen, if anybody talks about me, I'ma smack them in the face. And I said, you know what? You know, you right.
But the situation worsened when Ray J crossed a serious line. He went as far as to threaten that if Fab didn't publicly apologize, one of his male associates would assault him. Yes, he actually said that.
Let's squash this.
Charlamagne, Envy, Angela Yee, I promise you, I'ma have Fab call up there and he's gonna apologize to the Breakfast Club. He's gonna apologize to me for being a broke ass. That whole team, I'ma smack the out that bitch ass.
Try to get Fab on the line and squash this.
Man, get Fab on the line right now. I'll smack out that nigga.
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone, that light, and they gonna wake that, bend that nigga over and stick it in.
All right,
Oh my God.
The following day, Fab called in to address the situation. He denied being punched and made it clear that no apology was issued. He also suggested that Ray J might have been under the influence and said the entire incident had been exaggerated.
It's more war on than a war between Ray J and me. You know what I'm saying? It's high and coked up or on pills, and you know, his rant, I heard this hilarious to me. First and foremost, joke to me. Like, it's not, I'm taking it serious on the side of where he thinks that that he should do that too, but I'm laughing at his whole character. Like, there's nobody that believes Ray J is gangster to that point unless he's gonna prove it. So at this point now, he's gonna have to prove all of this funny that he was saying on World Star. I mean, on the Breakfast Club. But it's like, yo, don't, because while he's talking to me, he's like touching my shoulder and like tapping me on the chest and like, you know, just talking. So I'm like, yo, if you're serious, like, let's this end this. Like, first of all, don't touch me no more. Don't touch my body in any form or way. Don't touch me. So he's like, what you mean don't touch you, Fab? And I said what I just said. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then from there he leaned back and then he like pushed off of me at my chest. So then when he pushed off of me, I jumped back to him and I grabbed him up. So I grabbed him up. It was no fight. It was no swing. This whole story that he made up, that whole Tupac rant about him swinging on somebody and all that shit is all lies.
Fab also responded to the disturbing threat, saying it revealed a lot about the kind of people Ray J associates with. And since Diddy's name came up during Ray J's rant, people immediately began drawing connections.
I don't know what kind of niggas you roll with that say that rape and all that, but they're not anybody over here on this side.
That old recording of Ray J's threat is now resurfacing, and fans are speculating that he may have been referring to Diddy, especially in light of the various allegations and Diddy's past on behavior toward Fab, bringing it full circle. All of this is getting attention again, largely due to 50 Cent, who's known for stirring conversations and making the industry confront what's long been ignored. In fact, 50 was among the few in the industry to comment on that Drink Champs interview when it first aired back in 2017.
He said something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party.
But I'm talking about for your birthday. Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Well, you came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes, I understand.
What you talking about? I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
Everyone knows that 50 Cent has been calling out Diddy's behavior for years. Initially, many dismissed it as pettiness or jealousy. But now, some of his past claims are starting to align with the recent lawsuits, making the accusations feel more credible. So when 50 brought up that old Drink Champs moment with Fabolous again, insiders suggested he wasn't just trolling. Reportedly, he's teasing content that will be featured in his upcoming documentary. Diddy Do It? This documentary is rumored to explore the controversial aspects of Diddy's parties, the blackmail rumors, and questionable connections with various artists, including Fabolous. And with 50 shifting the focus back to Fab, his silence is raising eyebrows. He hasn't commented on any of it, which is only fueling further speculation. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Fabolous might have been a victim in all this? Or did he knowingly go along with Diddy's world to stay in the loop? Was blackmail part of the equation? And could this all connect back to the Ray J situation? Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for the next video.